Jeff and Jeremy. It's like a radiogasm.
I said, hey, babe, check it out on the podcast.
Apple Podcast, Google Podcast,
and Spotify.
All this is going viral.
Good morning, it's Jeff and Jeremy. Earlier we were talking about getting older, hurting yourself. Dog the Bounty Hunter. He may look like a superhuman. He may look like some sort of Avenger. I mean, that's just because his face, but he apparently has hurt himself, and he can't look for Brian Laundrie anymore.
Oh,
he's halted his search. Yeah,
convenient excuse.
Yeah, after suffering an ankle injury, he went down like Saquon Barkley. Apparently,
that bounty hunting's a young man's game.
Yeah, it must be. Come on, dog. Come on, man.
I feel as if, though, it's like when, who is Franco Harris? Franco Harris signed on with the Seahawks after he retired, and everybody was like, "Oh, Franco Harris, it's going to be glory days. It's going to be, he's going to return to what he was with the Steelers. He's going to come back." And then it's just that it's like that last ditch effort to revive your career that no athlete should ever do. Another one that comes to mind, Marshawn Lynch did this with the Seattle Seahawks when they were down to nothing at running back heading into the playoffs a few years ago. I believe it happens with everybody on the running back room for the Baltimore Ravens right now, except for the rookie. It's just these guys. You try to go back. You're like, oh, here's my opportunity. I got to seize my opportunity. There's a guy that's on the lam that killed his girlfriend that I could really interject myself into that story. But what happens? Rolled ankle.
Jeez. He's apparently looking for Dog is looking for some money. He's got a GoFundMe going because he says it's expensive to search for this guy. Now, yesterday, after our show was over, the autopsy report came out, and they talked about the fact that she was suffocated. That's part of it. I don't know if you're still interested in this story. We're talking about Gabby, who was found at a campsite in the Grand Teton National Forest. Some of the
will you not call her just by her first name?
What's that?
Can we not call her just by her first name because it makes it sound like you knew her?
Gabby Petito.
Petito?
Yeah. See, I don't even know her last name.
Oh, that's why you didn't say it.
Just call her Gabby because it's easy.
Looks like you rolled an ankle on that one.
Yeah, I sure did. Jeez. You know what I saw on Fox News is there's people out there that are criminal profilers that are starting to compare this story, and maybe it's because Kristen Smart has been in the news, but with the Kristen Smart case, and that there's a lot of similarities there, and I don't even know where that case is at now. I just know that
wouldn't there just by nature be a lot of similarities there, though? I mean,
because they were both young women,
and yeah.
I don't know if there is a lot though. I mean, she went to a party, and
this
guy took advantage of somebody who was intoxicated.
The whole murder process, there would be a lot of similarities.
This guy was her boyfriend. Kristen Smart wasn't killed by her boyfriend.
True, all that. But what I'm saying is just the whole murder process, the similarities that are involved in the murder process. They've got to be very, very much the same.
I'm very fascinated by these types of stories, though. I watch now.
You
recording.
And all of America, the number one listened to genre of podcasts is true crime.
Oh,
podcast.
Is it really?
Oh,
I don't listen to any true crime podcasts, though.
Far and away.
But I do watch 48 Hours, 2020, Dateline NBC, and Dateline on
That's not
Oxygen.
True. You listen to your own backyard. I mean,
I did listen to that
that's
because
a true crime podcast.
I mean, that was years ago. You were like, you have to listen to it. So
it's pretty good.
I have not listened to all the new episodes, though.
Yeah, I haven't either.
But I don't know if I need to. I mean, I know what's going on.
It's in the news right now.
We know what's going on with that. So, anyways, hopefully, Dog will get back. He had to go to Colorado to get his ankle looked at. I don't know. I guess Florida doesn't have the same type of doctors.
Losing precious time.
But so he's got to go back to.
How bad was the ankle injury that he had to see a specialist in Colorado?
He had to fly on his private jet back to Colorado to have his ankle looked at. But he's asking for a GoFundMe account to search for Brian Laundrie because it's expensive.
Does he really have a private jet?
I don't know. But he flew from Miami, Florida, to Colorado, clear across the country.
Well, and remember, he had to fly.
So if he's hurting for money, Because he needs to raise money to go look for Brian Laundrie. That he definitely, maybe he has a lot of miles or
Is
something.
it just me, or is
Maybe he
there
flew
not
free.
too many degrees of separation between Dog the Bounty Hunter and Joe Exotic? I mean, they are basically the same person.
Okay, give me a breakdown of. I mean, besides them looking similar, as far as the hair,
Give me a minute.
the clothes.
Give me a minute to compile my thoughts.
the
'cause
red necklace.
I just had this pop into my mind. Okay,
But one is always trying to rescue cats. The other one is
give
trying
me
to
a
rescue
minute.
people.
Give me a minute. I will seriously draw the comparisons.
Whoa!
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Joe Exotic and Dog, the bounty hunter.
Sweet as wine, but her husband went and disappeared. But then it got a little crazy, it got a little hazy, and the cops said there's something wrong here.
Something don't smell right.
Oh, here, kitty. Oh, mama's got some.
See,
I think they might shop at the same store. By the way,
okay, I was looking for a fifth one, so I'm glad.
yeah, I
I'm glad
think
you brought that up.
Gap for rednecks.
Wear the same clothes. Okay. Okay, so that is going to be number 5 on the 5 things that they have in common. Okay, number 4, embattled in controversy based on their own actions.
Yes,
Right,
very true.
always embattled.
Yes,
in
yes,
controversy.
yes. But things that Dog says and does versus, obviously.
Number 3, try to stay in public spotlight at all costs.
Sure. Even if it means going to prison.
Right, like
Making videos about killing somebody and then being
hiring
accused of hiring
hitmen
somebody.
and allowing people to come and document your stories of your. In Dog's case, it's not lawlessness, but it kind of is lawlessness because he's hunting down criminals and then turning them over to the
But then
authorities.
also, remember his personal life. He lost his wife. I think her name was Beth.
Mm-hmm.
And then is remarrying this other woman. And then the 2 daughters weren't invited to the wedding.
Right.
Just so there'd be a story
and
about
then
it.
there was the whole use of the racial slurs.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe John Gruden's got a
Maybe-
future in
Maybe John Gruden and
in bounty hunting.
as well as the Dog and Joe have these 3 things in common.
Number 2 is the one that I think drew me to have that split second opinion of the fact that there's not much that separates these 2, and they employ only those who pledge loyalty specifically to them and consider them both family members. Now, in Dog's instance, a lot of them are his family members, but in Joe Exotic's instances, he considered everybody a family member that he employed, right? Even his lovers. What's this?
It's the theme to Dog.
Who sings this?
Ozzy.
Is it on cassette tape? Do we have cassette tape players still here?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
We don't have cassette players. The quality is not the best. Yeah.
And this is number 1. This is the number 1 thing that they have in common.
They both have a theme song.
No.
Oh.
But that could be there too.
Okay.
Nobody takes either of them serious, and they don't realize that nobody takes them serious.
No. Okay. I think there are people that take both of these guys very serious. I don't know any of them, but I'm sure there's
Okay,
somebody
I'm
out
sorry.
there. that takes
Reasonable.
them-
I should have said reasonable
people.
people.
Take them
Don't take them
serious.
serious. And they think everybody takes them serious.